Hi Dave, great to see you again yesterday up at the range. Super session, good work. Just a quick recap on the session that we had. Obviously what we're trying to work on was loading accumulator number 2 more from P4 to P5. Super setup, weight nicely forward. Good stable axis on the way back. Really strong position. That's looking more like you were looking during the winter months, much more stacked on that left hand side as a result of your weight being there to start with. From that position, we now increase the load on that shaft. A touch more coming down. Than we had going back, so we compare P5 to P3. I'm being ultra critical at this point. I'd like to see the wrist hinged a little bit more here, and then still just a touch more here. So increase the hinge at P3 so that when you get the feeling of recocking or down lagging P4 to P5, you increase the amount of lag that we get on the shaft. But having said that, there's an improvement and there's an increase at that point, and as you're coming into impact, you just start to lose the angle in the wrist as you're coming through. If we look at you from down the line, this is one of the main reasons we want to work on this with you. Making a super backswing now, that's so much better than it was a few months ago. From that position now, arms work down nicely. Club much more out in front of you than it was. This is during the drill, sorry. Exiting lower. As you can see, as number 2 loads more during the drill, it keeps the club higher and more between the forearms. During the downswing, keeping the club out in front of your hands, exiting nice and low. We compare that to the swing when you're hitting the shot. Super takeaway, really strong at the top. 2 loads a little bit more than previously, but now it starts to sort of get thrown away, and as you increase or get rid of the angles in the left wrist too soon, the swing radius expands. So from here to here, we're now increasing the radius of that swing. We therefore have to stand up to prevent the club digging in the ground. Whenever you increase that angle, certainly if you increase it too early, and as you stand up, the handle of the club is too high and the exit is higher on the way through the ball. So it's a better golf swing than it was. It's improving nicely, and this is something that we need to bed in through the winter months. I'm just going to try and find you now doing your drill at the end of your session. And take a little look at how the drill helps you and how it's different to the swing that you're currently making when the ball's in front of you. And that's nothing to panic about. I mean, that's just natural sort of progression. As you're going to get better at this, you're going to do the drill more, you're going to start to improve. So we have you doing the drill. From P4 to P5, 2 loads more. Could do with loading more than that. We want to get that shaft nearer to that shoulder. And as we're coming in, we're going to get the hands at P6 over the top of the ball, and let's say the radius of the swing is here. when it comes to hitting the shot. We load 2 the same amount, so P4 to P5 is improving, but then P5 to P6 we start to just get rid of the angles a little bit too soon. The radius of the swing's expanded, the hands are nowhere near as far forward as they were, and as a result now we've got to start coming up to prevent the club from digging in the ground. We just raise up, and it doesn't have to raise up a lot, but as you raise up, your hips come in, your handle's high, and that's where the push and the overdraw's coming in. So we've got to load number 2 more still, and we've got to hold on to number 2 for longer. And what I would suggest you do, Dave, is don't bog yourself down too much. Just keep doing the drill. Get better at doing the drill. The better you get at doing the drill, the more good things you're going to have in that golf swing. Good luck with it, and I look forward to working with you again in the coming months. Well done.